Hi, hope you are doing well. My name is Al-Ghammari, and today I'm gonna talk about how to write a true story. Okay, so firstly we have to know what do we mean by true story. True story means the story that is real, okay? The story that is not made up by someone, okay? So when you want to write a true story, you will get everything from the real world. So the characters, the events, and everything in that story actually, you will get it from the reality. So you may write about yourself or someone that you know in your real life. Okay, so next, what we have to know? We have to know the elements of the story. We talked that previously in a fictional story. Listen, do you remember that? Do you remember the elements of the story? We have how many elements? We have 4 elements. What they are? Firstly, we have settings. What do we mean by settings? We mean settings means time and place. What do we have else? We have characters. Okay, so the story should include characters. What else? And problem. And for each problem, there should be what? There should be solution. Okay, so these are the elements of the story, and we took them previously. Okay, so what else? What we have to know? Story. What do we mean by story? It means for each letter from the word story, each letter in the word story refers to something from the previous elements. Let's see. So S refers to what? Settings, okay. T refers to what? Talking characters. O refers to ups, a problem, so it refers to a problem. R refers to what? To attempts to resolve. Y refers to yay, a solution. So these letters refer to the elements of the story. So when you forgot the elements of the story, just remember the word story and the letters in this word, okay? So you have to know that you have to use what? Linking words. Why do we use linking words? From the linking words. So to what? From the linking word, you can understand that we use them to what? To link, to connect, okay? So to connect between what? Between sentences in the story, okay? But we have different types of linking words. But today we have to talk about one type, which is sequence words, okay? Let's see some examples of sequence words. Like what? Like first, then, next, after that, last, and finally, okay? And you have to know that we have to add what? We have to put comma after each one of these. Why? Again, why do we use these words? To connect between events and also what? To arrange our ideas and the events in the story, okay? So let's see, what do we have to know else? True story. What should we know? What should you do when you want to start writing? So imagine that you have a white paper down, you have a white paper in front of you on the desk, and you have a pencil. What should you do first? You have to what? We have to what? We have to think. So we have to brainstorming, so thinking, okay, to get many ideas, then to choose one of these ideas, okay? Okay, so after choosing the topic, what should we do? We have to start what? We have to start writing. Excellent. So so we can say writing or drafting, okay? So writing, what should we do next? When you finish writing, you have to revise. Okay, we have to revise our ideas. So revising, what else? What next? What comes next? Editing. So you have to correct your mistakes. For sure you have mistakes. So you have to check these mistakes and correct them. And finally, what do we have? Publishing. What do you mean by publishing? As we said before, publishing means that now your story is ready to share. Okay, so now you can share this story and show it to everyone and anyone you want. Okay, so let's see, what do we have next? What you should know about true story. Okay, so here we have to talk about the parts of the story. When you want to write a story, there should be how many parts? There should be 4 parts. What they are? Firstly, you have to write what? Here, you have to write the topic. Excellent. So firstly, we have to write the topic. Okay, then what? Then what? Then we have to write the introduction. Okay, then the introduction, then what? Body. And finally, what should we write? We have to write the conclusion. Okay, so again, topic, introduction, then body, then conclusion. Okay, so now we have to know how to write the introduction. But before talking about writing introduction, we have to know what is the introduction. What do we mean by introduction? Introduction means what? It is what? It is the first few sentences of your story. It can also called opening or the lead. Okay. Why do we write the introduction? Why do you think we write the introduction? Why? Because we have to what? We want to what? We want to hook the reader. What do we mean by hook the reader? We want to get the reader's attention, to attract reader's attention. Okay, so we want the readers to be interested and excited to read more. Okay, what else? Why do we write the introduction? To what? To give the main idea of the story. So we have 2 things that let us write the introduction. Okay, well, so here we have to know what? There are a lot of different ways to hook the reader. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you these ways. So you may start your story with settings. Okay, what do you mean by settings again? It means time and place. Okay, let's see example. One dark night last week, I was home alone. When the reader reads the setting, he or she will wonder what happened next. Okay, so settings. Okay, what do we have else? You may start the introduction or the story with what? With question. Let's see example. Have you ever seen, for example, mermaid? The question actually helps the reader to what? To make a personal connection between the story, okay, between your story and their life. People actually like the stories that related to their life. Okay, what do we have else? What is the next way? Dialogue. Okay, what do we mean by dialogue? It is actually conversation between 2 or more people. This conversation actually in a book or in a movie. So yeah, so let's see example. Leave me alone, I told my sister. So when the reader reads the dialogue, okay, they will probably want to read more to know what happened next. Okay, so what do we have finally? We have sound. So you may start the introduction with sound. Let's see example. Boom! I heard a loud crash in the kitchen. Actually, the sound will let the reader wonder what that sound or that crash was about. They will be interested to read the rest of your story. So again, we have how many ways? We have 4 ways. You can or you may start the introduction the story with settings or question, dialogue, or sound. Okay, it's up to you.